Will Smith made a career of this exact thing.
Uh-huh. The same thing with Wild Wild West. Actually, I think Wild Wild West is the better song.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Wiki wow. Wiki wow wow.
Oh, man. What a terrible movie. What a terrible movie.
Don't you just hate that song?
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast coming at you from the Slice on Nog Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux of the city of Brainerd, and with me, as always, is my brother.
My hat is like a shark's fin.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if that doesn't tell you what's going on today, Gabriel Johnson, what say ye?
I say ye.
Well, I don't know. No, not with what's currently happening. You can't say ye.
No, I do not support anything that he has been saying, what he has been doing. I say no.
I say no. I say no as well. Should we go ahead and get started with this?
Ye.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Draft Day. Songs from movies that are about the movie in which the song is a part of.
I believe it's called Movie Tie-In Song.
All right, folks. We're just gonna slow things down for just a second here. There are lots of times where I just want to talk about things that I enjoy, and I understand that would not be a good podcast to have. Mm-hmm. If Scott and I sat down and just had a podcast about the nerdy things that we're into, we could probably find a niche.
Yeah.
But that audience would be potentially minuscule compared to what the entire world is.
Glad I can bring that worldliness to the podcast.
Thank you. So oftentimes we have to kind of, let's make this a little bit more broad, if we will. However, today is one of those days in which two worlds collide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my all-time favorite things in the entire world, and I honestly mean that.
Ugh, you're the worst kind of autistic.
We've talked before about how I like weird things in movies that kind of just show up and are reused and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Things that pull the curtain back a little bit, if you will. Mm-hmm. The extras in the background that just continue to show up. The backlots in movies. Mm-hmm. However, one of my all-time favorite things about consuming a movie is when, during the consumption of that movie, there is a song that happens that directly references the movie in which it is a part of.
Yes. A song in the movie that is about the movie that it is in.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Extra points if it waits to the very end of the movie and then breaks out in a rap.
Yep.
If I'm consuming any movie, and typically it's like 1986 to 1996.
Yeah.
99 if you're Will Smith.
Yeah, he kept going. He hasn't stopped.
But there's just something about it that I really enjoy because it is a little bit of that pulling the curtain back a little bit because these are products that are meant to make money. Mm-hmm. And what better way to make a little extra cash than to have people singing a song about your movie either before your movie comes out or after your movie comes out, and just, giving it a little bit more breadth. And today we would call that meta.
Sure.
Yeah. A little bit of hype. You get the guy who's popular right now to do a song about the movie you want to be popular in 6 months.
Yes. But you can do that where you're just like, and I use this example with you guys. Seal has a song on the Batman Forever.
Seal?
the Seal has a song on Batman Forever, which is Kissed by a Rose, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just a song, but you use it as like your closing credits, and it's great, and it,
I think it was Song of the Year.
Yeah.
Wow.
It gets you going. People are going to buy that soundtrack. But then you can follow that up with Batman and Robin, where you have a song by R. Kelly, literally called Gotham City. I highly enjoy the Gotham City a lot more than I enjoy the Kiss by the Rose because how goddamn ludicrous of a premise.
A city of justice, yeah, a city of love.
Especially being R. Kelly, like Batman didn't get him.
No, he didn't.
Gotham City.
So we decided we're going to draft today, and the subject matter is movie tie-in songs.
Yes.
We've got a great list. It started off as just a joke. We found tons of them that are super funny, and I hope some of those come to light. But in looking at this, it really started to kind of bubble up that there are a lot of really good songs that are just literally telling you the plot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
So the way this works is we have a list of 12 items. We will go through those. We will draft one each in a snake draft. Gabe, myself, Scott. Scott, myself, Gabe. Back and forth, back and forth. We will each draft 4 items. 3 of those must be from our list. One of those can be anything off of the list, i.e. Gotham City. Very good chance that I draft Gotham City.
I sure hope you do.
You already did your Gotham City bet.
There's so much more we can do about Gotham City. There's so much more about it. But the list is as follows. Ghostbusters. Men in Black. Lose Yourself. Eye of the Tiger. Stayin' Alive. Scotty Doesn't Know. Ninja Rap. Deepest Bluest. Now, I think this is the first one that I'm going to put that's LL Cool J, folks, next to it. The Ballad of Davy Crockett. The Pest. Danger Zone. And NeverEnding Story. So let's chat super quick.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these are iconic songs. All of these are in movies and specifically tell you a plot, or at least a plot point
Yes.
within the movie. I did bring up Deepest Bluest because I think it's ridiculous. It may be the funnest of the bunch, LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
I hope somebody drafts it because we need to get into that one. But Davy Crockett being on the list, a little nod back to the 50s.
Yeah.
Little tip of the coonskin cap.
I will have to say that one embodies the entire premise. If you don't understand what this is after listening to Davy Crockett, I don't know if I can help you.
I think if you
figure out.
don't understand what this is after listening to Deepest Bluest.
Well, let's get started. Gabriel Johnson, you have drafted, or you have made the longest straw selection. You get to go first in the draft for movie tie-in songs.
It's tough to go first overall.
Yes.
You don't get a pick for a while.
Yeah.
So you got to pick good. So I'm going to pick real good. And I'm going to just have to go with Ghostbusters.
Oh, really?
It is the best theme song of any movie. It just bangs.
That would have been mine as well.
Strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Felt obligated to go with it, but I did a little bit of reading on it. And Ray Parker Jr. obviously wrote it. They gave him a full 2.5 days to come up with the song.
And hopefully a mountain of cocaine.
And he got the music down right away. He kind of knew what he wanted to do music-wise, but he couldn't figure out how to sing Ghostbusters. How do you fit that into the lyrics of a song? They showed him the part of the movie where they do their commercial, their television commercial.
Yes.
And he thought it looked like an appliance repairman commercial or something.
Okay.
So that's where he came up with, who you going to call? Ghostbusters.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's perfect for this. It embodies the entire concept, right? This is in the movie. It is sung about the movie and tells you exactly what the movie is.
They ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Ain't afraid to go ghost. Who are you going to call? What do they do? Listen, you got a good 2 minutes, I can tell you.
And it was like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes for the movie, but it was so damn popular, they created a 4-minute version to get it on the radio.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Great beat.
Potentially stolen from Huey Lewis and the News.
Some would argue legally, yes. Legally, the answer to that is yes.
Settled out of court in 1985 for an undisclosed sum.
Oh, so not legally.
And a confidentiality agreement that prohibited discussion of the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll never know.
Right.
Sounds like they had a legal case. If there was an undisclosed sum and a silence.
An NDA.
Yeah.
But technically that's
we never
out of
lost in court.
Yeah, technically. I think it's really interesting because like stuff like that is, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? I mean, there's certain ones that are, we had Vanilla Ice, and Vanilla Ice is on the list again. Right? Okay, Vanilla. Like, yeah, you sampled it. And that's fine. And he admits that, right?
Well, after he bought the rights to it.
After he bought the rights to it, which is the best thing. It's the best thing. If you haven't watched any of our previous drafts, the One Hit Wonder draft, I absolutely love it because the idea that Vanilla Ice just went, $4 million to just own the publishing rights to this song, great.
Yeah. Now I get all of it instead of half of it, or a third of it, maybe. Yeah.
Otherwise, like every 7 years, he would have to just continually keep paying them. So instead, he's like, no, we'll just screw it. We'll take it. But I will argue that there's a little bit, there's sometimes now where they've started to get into this, like, it's the same feeling nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That happened years ago with the Robin Thicke song.
Yes. That's the one I'm specifically thinking of.
Where they said you copied the groove.
The vibe.
Yeah. It feels like a song that I would have made.
Yes.
And he won.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Like, think about that from a movie perspective. Like, feels the same? Feels the fucking same?
Yeah, sorry, Smoking Aces, you're out.
Yeah. Or every buddy cop movie ever made.
Right.
It feels the same. You had two guys, one's a cop, one's not a cop. They're buddied together. They got to go on a mission. It's kind of funny, but a little bit of action. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I think that's crazy. But I will say, like, if you're stealing notes, right? If you're basically stealing the song, I get that. Got to protect it.
If you have 2.5 days, you're going to
Get
get some
somebody else's
inspiration.
song.
You're going to get inspiration from existing music.
He didn't steal anything. He didn't steal anything.
Prove it in a court of law, Dave.
Can't talk about it ever. I think it's a fantastic selection. I think in terms of during the movie, because not all these are during the movie. Some of these are at the end credits, which again, extra points in my book if it's in the end credits. But if it's during,
It's only in the end credits.
if it's only in the end credits, yes, yeah. You can't have.
You could just have it play throughout the movie and then also have it be the end credits song.
No, now you're just.
It's got to come out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, you're going to the well.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, what the hell is that? Are they singing about the movie I just watched?
And this is why I love it. Because there is this time frame in which I watch movies and I'm like, is it going to happen? And I get giddy. I get giddy. It's like, it's getting to the end. You're like, this feels like we're building towards a wrap. The one that I saw was Dragnet. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Dragnet Dragnet is a show, right? And then they made the movie, okay? Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks have a rap called City of Crime that is just the movie Dragnet. Unbelievable.
Do they rap it?
Oh, absolutely.
They
rap
rap it? Why the
Dan
hell is that
Aykroyd
not on our list?
It was on the list, and you guys deepest, bluest beat it out.
I didn't even listen to it. I should have listened.
I sent it out with plenty of time. I was like, here's the ones you guys need to consume.
There's too many.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks rapping about the movie that they were just in. Fantastic.
I bet Tom Hanks could probably rap. There is no way Dan Aykroyd could rap.
It feels like Dan Aykroyd was the one pushing this as well. Like Tom Hanks feels
because
like
it's a bit.
Yeah, Tom Hanks came along for the ride. Like, this sounds great. Why would we do that? You got a hat? I'll wear a hat. I'll put Tom Hanks in a hat. But no, this is, we'll put a little clip of that in there.
See that, Streamek? We're just in time. We have stumbled into a major crime. They got the girl all frightened. Now that's not nice. I think she is the subject of a sacrifice.
Well, wait till I draft it off the board.
You should have. You should have. I didn't think we were going to talk about it, so I'm just blowing my wad here, folks.
Now if you guys take mine, I got Dragnet to fall back on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Gabe has selected Ghostbusters. An excellent selection.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
All right. This is going to go places that are just absurd. So in order to ground myself a little bit, I'm going to go right off the top, Lose Yourself, Eminem.
Sure.
That was my other one.
Lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go.
I think in terms of a song,
Only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
one of the best songs of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you realize, this is just the plot of the movie. 1,000 times better. 1,000 times better.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better.
Very uncharacteristic choice. You usually don't make good draft picks.
I turned a leaf last time by going to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, thank you for grounding me in a little bit of reality. Oh, you can just pick things that people like? Oh, okay, cool. This is already so much ingrained in who I am that this selection, just right off the top, let's just hammer it out. Eminem is amazing.
Absolutely.
Arguably the best.
Yeah, and well,
Arguably.
arguably the best. I mean, I'd put him artist, like music artist.
Sure.
I would I'll go rap easy, right? There's a lot of other good rappers, but Eminem is, I mean, look at the back catalog, right? But then artist in general, like the way he uses his cadence as a drum beat, as a snare, we've talked about that before. It's just so satisfying. And then you take it and you go like, oh, he's in a movie. That probably sucks. Turns out it's actually kind of good.
It's a good movie. He can act.
Well, he can act as himself.
That was a huge surprise.
Big
It was a
surprise.
huge surprise. Like, oh, great, Eminem's in a movie. And then you go watch and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's a better actor than Brittany Murphy.
She was just there to get.
Yeah, in the same movie. But yeah, it's a great song. It might be my favorite song of his. I've got a couple other ones that I really enjoy. I like the stuff where it builds. You know that about me. Like I'm big into
The crescendo.
I am a crescendo guy.
You would definitely be an Eminem fan.
Let's go. Ooh, holy shit. There and then back and quick. I like it when it's back down. Fantastic song, directly about the movie. We don't need to get into a ton of it. Mom Spaghetti. One of the funnier things to come out of anything as well. So just a beautiful selection. We don't got to get too much into 8 Mile. It's a good movie. Go watch it. It's not the greatest movie ever.
Yeah.
But song?
You can do anything you set your mind to, man.
This might be my in my top 10 for songs.
Well, it's one of those that's a pump up song that's in every locker room,
Yeah.
before every game. Kids are listening to it still. Like it's held on for 20 years.
Well,
they ain't listen to Ghostbusters in the locker room.
If Ghostbusters had a crescendo, they would be. Like, oh, shit. It's kicking in, kids.
Yeah, it crescendos with bustin' makes me feel good.
Oh, and sleepy. Somebody was just joking about the scene in Ghostbusters where Dan Aykroyd gets a blowjob during the song.
That is a cut scene from the movie. That is like a whole scene that's supposed to play out where he's getting sucked off by a ghost.
And they just snipped it?
And they cut out all of it and just left the part where she undoes his pants.
Okay. Well, his eyes go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently that was like a 5-minute scene.
Well, Dan Aykroyd wrote the movie. Of course he had a scene where he
I
gets
get a blowjob.
It'll take one for the team here, guys.
This is the part.
5 minutes.
All right. Well, anyways, Lose Yourself. Second one off the board. Scott, you got 2 in a row here.
I do.
Opportunities.
Maybe for the first time ever. And the first one that's got to go is Stayin' Alive.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. I'm amazed by that because you wanted to take it off the list.
Well, I only wanted to take it off the list because I was mistakenly informed that it wasn't a movie tie-in song.
Well, no. You were mistakenly confused that, rightfully so, that it wasn't from the movie.
Boogie Nights.
It is from the movie
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Which was originally going to be called, what the hell did I say?
Yeah, you
the
said
Tribal something.
The Tribal of the New Saturday Night or something like that.
Ooh, dodged a bullet there.
I don't know. It would in 2006 would have been right up there with every other movie that had 47 letters in it.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, it was the movie was originally supposed to be called The Tribal Rights of the New Saturday Night.
Yeah, I like it.
Totally not gay.
In terms of openings to a movie, top
yeah.
notch. Next to another one as well, but
Next to another one.
Yes.
I've never actually seen the movie.
Oh, really?
Really?
Have you seen?
Is it like the beginning of Kingpin?
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is Kingpin. Like Kingpin stole it, right? Even like down to the pizza and stuff. I think he actually does get a slice of pizza. He's like walking through the streets of New York. Yeah. Have you seen John Travolta do the dance from
Pulp Fiction? Yeah.
Well, no, from the movie we're talking about.
No.
Yeah, you have the
white bell bottoms.
Yeah. The
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Down and up. You've seen the movie.
All right.
Yep.
The disco dance.
Yep. That's pretty much it. It's not. It's interesting because I love dirty, grimy New York, late 70s. It's like one of my favorite eras / places in history. Just because, stabbed. This guy's getting a piece of pizza.
Yeah, that's Gotham.
It's literally called Stayin' Alive. Other than that, it's a disco movie.
Sure.
It's not bad though. It's a pretty good movie.
Okay.
Yeah. But the song,
incredible.
Yeah.
Legendary beat. You do CPR to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
They tell you that when they're training you. Yeah.
That's so stupid. So stupid. Hey, let's talk about CPR for a little bit. They got rid of the best part, or maybe the worst part.
No kissing.
Depending on who the recipient is. Who's the first person who was like, you don't have to do that.
Really, you don't have to do the mouth. It's just
No.
the press.
They removed
impressions.
It was Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they removed the mouth to mouth part of mouth to mouth.
Eh.
You just compress now. I like to think that it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that
what
one.
if we just did this?
Yeah.
After
it works.
After the movie Hot Rod, that's it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, did it look like we were making out? Sweet. Bee Gees. You Bee Gees guy?
I mean, this song's great.
Yeah.
They've got a few.
I did a similar thing with this that I did to the Eagles. Drove with my friend's family down to Florida on a trip. We listened to the Eagles' greatest hits the entire way there and the entire way back. We live in Minnesota. That's a 20-some hour journey.
Yeah, 1,400 miles or something.
Yeah, 28 hours or something like that, all the way down to Orlando. And at some point, the tire blew out, so add another 6 hours to that.
It's just the one CD. I guess it was probably a cassette tape.
No, well, it could have been. You might be right. I think you are right. It was a big, giant Suburban. I think you're right. It was the Eagles' greatest hits. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So a solid hour and 10 minutes of content.
For 28 hours straight. I fucking hate the Eagles. I fucking hate the Eagles. It started off and I was like all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I was like, great. I haven't really listened to this before.
Yeah, we're hitting the road.
It's kind of rock. Yeah, this is driving music. And by the end, I was begging for the Bee Gees. Get the fucking Bee Gees back on, please. All right, you're gonna follow it up.
I do have to follow it up. I've never been in this position before. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Wait till you get to the next one. The next one is the brutal part.
Yeah.
This one, you just got to make a high draft pick.
Oh, man. God damn it. but
so good.
They're so good.
Yeah, all these are good, dude. I think this is the best list we've ever crafted.
I will be very disappointed in you if you do not draft the Pest.
Me?
Yes.
You can't do it now.
I'm between. There's 4 different ones that I'm torn between right now. And I am going to have to go with the Pest.
Oh man.
Good pick. Good
pick. He has never been in this position before, folks.
I like to party with my peeps, cruising cream, playing 3-car money on these crazy streets.
I love this song. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's great. One of the best bass lines of all time.
You may have 2 of the greatest opening songs of all time. You want to know what this movie's about? The one was about dancing. This one's about a dude that fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's a scam artist. He's in the mood to scam.
So low to the flow, pick your pocket up a midget.
Straight hustler. fly. I'm full of scam and I'm money so low to the flow. Pick the pocket on a midget.
It's so good.
I love it.
It's so good. Can you sing the whole thing?
Yes.
I know you can.
100% I can.
I could probably get pretty close with you. Oh man. So we have watched this movie millions of times.
Oh my God, so many times.
At least 1,000 times.
Yeah.
At least. This was just on repeat our entire, well, what did it come out? Like 98, 99, 97? Okay, yeah, 97 sounds right. Yeah. Unbelievable.
I didn't consume it until this past year, and I watched it like 3 nights in a row.
As you do. It's the only way to consume it. And it gets better every time, doesn't it?
It does. The first time, you're like, what the fuck is this? By the third or fourth time, you're like, okay, that's what this is.
Now that I am aware of what I'm consuming, it's so good. It is, in today's society with how butthurt everyone gets, I like to use this as an example of why John Leguizamo should just shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Don't ever talk about anything where you say that anyone else is ever inappropriate about anything ever.
Yep. It always happens when a Puerto Rican doesn't get cast. He's always complaining. He thinks Puerto Ricans should be in more movies. I don't know why he's so focused on Puerto Ricans getting more jobs, but he is.
But he even likes to do it when Puerto Ricans aren't even, like, I was cast as Mario in the movie Mario, but now that should still be me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I cast myself as a Chinese person in the movie The Pest.
Every stereotype he could possibly imagine.
It's bad. Like, you want to talk about stereotypes, it's as bad as it gets.
That's all the movie is.
Yes.
It's an excuse for him to try out different racist characters.
And honestly, like, it's hilarious. I'm not gonna fault him for it because it's hilarious. Honestly, I still think it's funny.
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. And it's meant to be over the top. It is over the top. This movie is stupid. We will say that. It is a very stupid movie, but it is a comfort food in our household.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Kraft mac and cheese.
It's so good. I can't believe you drafted that.
Yes, you can.
I can believe you drafted it. It had to be on the list, and you have selected it. Okay, so, this puts me in a weird spot now because I almost hoped that you would draft this one because otherwise I have to draft it. Can't not draft it.
Well, that was part of the thing. It was like, if I don't draft it now, it's not getting back to me.
I wouldn't have let it get back.
Yeah. But I am going to go with Danger Zone.
Of course you would.
Now, we've talked about it a million times. The Danger Zone. Go back and watch our previous episodes.
All of them.
All of them. All of them. It's in there. I talk about this story too much. However, this song, in terms of the beginning of a movie, is almost perfect, right? There's another song that leads up to this song, so technically it's not the first one.
Okay.
But that, to me, is just an interlude, right? A prelude.
Mm-hmm.
Prelude. Once this starts, you fucking know what's going on with Top Gun.
Mm-hmm. It goes hard.
It goes hard. And I typically like a crescendo. I like a build.
Heard that.
No. This is all crescendo.
This crescendo's at the beginning.
Doesn't stop crescendoing.
Busted makes me feel good. Yes. But that's the point of this. It is a jet launching off an aircraft carrier. It is set up as a song about a jet blasting off an aircraft carrier. The lyrics are about a jet blasting off an aircraft carrier. Oh yeah, the movie's about a jet blasting off an aircraft carrier. Here we go. Buckle in. Let's go. We're going. And it's Kenny fucking Loggins.
And it's Kenny Loggins.
Unbelievable. I celebrate all of his songs, especially the songs in the Top Gun soundtrack, because, my God. I almost would have went with Volleyball because in my head, the words to the Volleyball song are volleyball playing with the boys. That's what I sing. Volleyball, playing it with the boys. If that was true, I would have picked that. But I wanted Footloose.
Mm-hmm.
I think it doesn't count, but if you picked it, I would allow it. Caddyshack.
Whoa.
Oh, I fucking love it if Caddyshack was a little bit more about golf. You put one word about golf in there, I'm drafting it. But you got to go with it. Danger Zone, fantastic. Tom Cruise, Top Gun, amazing. You guys know that I love it. But I don't think you guys know how much I like Kenny Loggins.
No, I think we talk about him like definitely any podcast where we talk about music. Maybe like once a month, Kenny Loggins comes up. Yeah, you haven't mentioned your old father-in-law yet.
I already said, you go back and watch the other episodes. It's the greatest thing. Actually, so we talked about that part where now when I get in my car, you're stuck. I'm stuck listening to Youngblood by whatever the heck it is, 5 Seconds to Mars or whatever the name of the band is.
30 Seconds to Mars?
No, that's not them. It's like 5 Seconds to Summer, I think is what they are. I was mixing two groups together. But no, it's torture. You are absolutely correct. Because now, since you've brought it up, it's worse.
Yeah.
Since you've like pointed out that that's what's happening, it's way worse.
I would just go buy a second song.
Well, on my phone, there was the thing where, like, because Apple Music popped up and it was like, do you want to delete this song from your thing? And I was like, I don't know. Do I really want to delete it? It's like a part of my life now.
Really grown attached to
What would I do? I would be worried my car didn't start. Anyways, Gabe, you're up.
All right. Well, you left a couple on the board.
Yeah, you got
here.
2, and then you got a long wait.
Yep. You took Eminem.
Yep.
I'm going to took the reason Eminem almost didn't become a rapper.
Oh.
I'm going with the ninja rap. From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
Oh, man.
It's a great song. Like I mentioned earlier, as part of your marketing gimmick, you want to get the person who's hot right now to do the song for your movie. This is an Ice Ice Baby. It was huge, and they got him to do a ninja rap.
Yes, they did.
In the movie.
Not
just like in the credits or the backing track of the song. He is an integral part of the plot.
Yes.
That is a fact.
I was a little worried that the lyrics weren't going to be directly tied to the movie. It was like, ninja rap. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's straight.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
It's straight telling you the story of the Ninja Turtles.
Yo, it's the Green Machine.
Gonna rock the town.
Without being seen.
Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Slamming, jamming to the new swing sound. Unbelievable.
Ninja rap, ninja rap, go.
What a terrible song.
I will argue that this is better than one that is stuck in my head, and it didn't make the list, and I'm going to talk about it just super quick because I don't think either one of you is going to draft it. Adam's Groove from the Addams Family Value.
Yep.
Hammer.
I loved this song. It just repeats itself over and over again.
Right.
And as a kid, I was like, heck yeah. Turns out, go back and listen to this song, fucking terrible.
Turns out MC Hammer wasn't good.
Turns out this is awful. This is actual garbage. Ninja Rap, completely disagree. What a fucking kicking song. What a kicking song.
Song's fun.
Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja.
You're out of your mind.
I drafted it. I
it.
own
Maybe one of the best subheadings of a movie.
Yeah, when I was reading about it, The Secret of the Ooze. Yeah, for sure. I was reading about it, and it's an underground favorite of the Juggalos.
Of course it is.
Just all the Juggalos?
Well, what's underground about it?
Right.
Do they secretly like it? Or
There's everything that the Juggalos do underground.
that's what they just say.
suck.
Everything's underground.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know, though, because I don't think the Juggalos hide that they're Juggalos.
No.
No, they're pretty easy to spot.
Yeah, so how was it underground? Like,
Easy to spot. They're easy to see.
well, I apologize to all of our Juggalo listeners, but I don't apologize. Yeah, I don't understand how that can be.
It's really funny. I got a buddy who's a big ICP fan.
Okay.
And he actually, I think it was in high school, there was a buzzsaw accident and he lost his ring and his middle finger. So he's literally a Ninja Turtle on one hand.
Your age,
Yes.
lost fingers at the high school?
I don't know I don't remember the story for sure, but I know for sure he doesn't have 2 fingers.
I have not seen them with my own eyes.
That really ruins your Friday nights as a kid. As a teenager, it ruins your Friday nights. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's a little tie-in to my life.
Yeah.
Juggalo friend who's a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I bet he likes the ninja rap.
I don't
has to.
bet. I don't bet. I know. I know he does.
Let me know, Zach.
Great song. Back to the Vanilla Ice. Really surprised. Vanilla Ice, not as popular on our socials as I thought he would be. I would have thought there would be a lot of love for Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
I think because there's a long enough time, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I think people still think that guy sucks. And I actually don't think he does. I think he's actually kind of a decent human being. A little douchey, but
Yeah,
he should be.
plays a part.
He's like if Ron Beatty was a rapper.
You can't bring. You
I
can't
know,
talk about.
I know.
Right? You can't talk about like actual people that nobody knows. That's like Jeff.
But I was on his Wikipedia page, just kind of putting together the timeline of Ice Ice Baby compared to Secret of the Ooze and everything. And like one of the headlines of one of the top paragraphs under like the reception of Ice Ice Baby was rapper Eminem says Ice Ice Baby made him want to quit rapping.
Okay.
So he doesn't like him.
Well, how old was he?
Yeah, he was like 10.
Yeah, he's about our age.
Yeah, I say his baby is like 90, 89, 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, well, I guess he would have been. Yeah, that's pretty young. That's like 8 to 10.
Maybe just as a white rapper coming up every
Sure.
single
Oh, yeah.
time.
Yeah,
you
Now
show
they
up.
want me. Oh, hey, do Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, or
No, thank
just
you.
getting called Vanilla Ice.
You're right.
Sure. Yeah. I could see that. Just not to dwell on Vanilla Ice real quick, but we did not talk about it in the last episode. He was 16 years old when Ice Ice Baby came out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 16. Doesn't look it. He's
No.
a tall, skinny dude. I also
With amazing hair.
fucking A, dude. Fucking A. I gotta hand it to him. His look, he referred to as to the extreme. I cannot confirm this, but ladies and gentlemen, I am now willing to say Vanilla Ice started the extreme.
Yeah. If his look was to the extreme in 89 or 88.
That's what he referred to that was his look was to the extreme.
Yeah, to the extreme. I rock the mic like a vandal.
Yes. And turns out in the 90s, all of a sudden everything goes to the extreme. I'm willing to put that into his cap.
He should get a cut of that.
He should get a cut of that. Well, he's
It's the same vibe.
spend $4 million, you can have it. But I went back and I watched the thing with Arsenio Hall when Arsenio Hall went after him. So Arsenio Hall like found out before their interview that he had with him that some of the stuff that his publicists were saying wasn't true. Or imagine this: 16-year-old kid, you've got a group of people that are in charge of hyping you up, and maybe not everything they say about you is true. And then Arsenio Hall just became a complete fucking dickhead and like went after him on his show. And I think everyone's just kind of like, yeah, fucking lies, you know. But then you like look back and you're like, he was 16 fucking years old.
Yeah, what an asshole.
What a fucking asshole, dude. Like now that I know that, I was like rewatching. I was like, wait a minute. So before the show, you got pissed off,
But
and then
Justin
decided,
Bieber at 16, that kid.
Well, it is funny that people just like they're 16, man. Calm the fuck down. Let them be stupid for a little bit. Who gives a shit? So you don't like Ice Ice Baby? Who gives a fuck? Dude made a killing off of it though.
Yes, he did.
Ninja Rap, amazing. Did not chart though. I did look it up.
Okay.
Did not chart for our last episode again.
Yeah, that'd be weird if it did.
I think so.
It'd be weird if you were just driving around and all of a sudden Ninja Rap came on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a perfect example of this category, though, because it is specifically made for the movie to sell merchandise about the movie.
They sold a VHS single
Yes, they did.
of the song. So you could watch it on a VHS.
They did. Oh, man. I bet somewhere there's a laser disc where you want to just go straight to that time frame.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, go, go.
All right, Gabe, you got a second one coming up.
All right, and I know exactly what I'm
Okay.
taking. And I knew I was going to take this the whole time. I knew you guys wouldn't. You guys know I appreciate when somebody explains to me in the song what is happening.
Yep, that's one of your favorite things.
And this might be the all-time greatest ballad explaining to me what's happening. And that's the Ballad of Davy Crockett.
Wow. Okay.
I kept trying to take this off the list, and you refused to let me take it off the list.
It's a classic. It's like 1954.
And everyone knows it.
And everyone still knows at least the Davy Crockett.
Yes.
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
I did watch a video with the entire song.
It's a long song.
It's a long song.
It's a long song.
Yeah.
It's a long song. It was created in the Disney studios by some execs or whatever in 1954. The show had Fess Parker performing it, but they actually had multiple versions, multiple artists release a version of the Ballad of Davy Crockett.
Okay.
And at one point, there were 3 different versions that all hit in the top 10 of the Billboard chart in the mid 50s.
That's crazy.
It's such a great song.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
And has the staying power. Back to the Future, they go back to 1955. What's playing on the jukebox in the diner? But Davy Crockett.
Yeah. It's,
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a kid in a hat as well.
Yeah, his mom's little brother, I think. It's in a coonskin cap.
Yeah, it's really interesting because if you go back to that era of Disney, that was their hit. And they went back to that well over and over and over again. And then you look at Disneyland, there's a whole section of it that was Frontierland that is just, it's all based off Davy Crockett. So like Disneyland itself, a huge part of that was Davy Crockett because it was gigantic. It was the biggest thing in the world at that point, which is crazy. And then it just continues forward forever.
Yeah.
I did listen to it. I was like, get this off the fucking list. Get this off the fucking list.
It's a titch long, but I mean,
It's a titch long.
Davy Crockett lived an extraordinary life, and it's the ballad of what he did, and it was quite a bit of stuff.
I really enjoy that you can just picture what's happening. It's one guy at the piano, got a little bop in his, got a little bounce, and then there's just 4 dudes standing around the piano singing the Davy Crockett song.
Yeah. Now you sing about the part of Davy Crockett's life that you know.
What did he do? And then what did he do? And then what? It is, man. It is because
He was a busy guy.
and you would forget he went to Washington and became a senator. You don't know that. Listen to the song. You know it now. You know it.
Took over Washington, so I heard tell, and patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell.
I actually like it. I think it's fun that you picked it. I want it off the fucking list. There's so many good ones. However,
This is a great one.
the other part
If
that
you want to know about Davy Crockett, there's one way to know.
you can't forget.
You could read a book.
You could.
Or you could listen to a song that you think is a titch too long,
It's just too long.
but it tells you his whole life story. You are friends with Davy Crockett by the end of that ballad.
I would argue family. The other thing that we got to mention is that it also is the Ballad of Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
When I first started generating a list, and again, we use ChatGPT for a lot of this stuff, but it's like pull up things that I wouldn't know. And there was like 6 ballads?
Yeah, 6 or 7
Yeah.
out of like 15.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a bit too many ballads.
It's pretty ballady.
And I bet none of them are actual ballads.
No,
Because
none
a
of them are
ballad's
ballads.
like slow. Like
Well, David Crockett is slow.
sensual.
And they're saying
sensual.
well, I don't know. They definitely like that guy a lot. Good selection. I like it. The Ballad of Davy Crockett. Okay, that puts the ball back in my court. Okay, there are too many good ones. There are too many good ones.
Should we remind the listeners?
We should. At this point, I don't think you can go wrong with anything that is on the list. Men in Black, Eye of the Tiger,
Yeah.
Scotty Doesn't Know, Deepest Bluest,
Yes.
which, Jesus Christ, I might have to pick it, and The NeverEnding Story. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think for me, Eye of the Tiger and NeverEnding Story are the 2 that I really want. And actually, I take that back. Scotty Doesn't Know. I mean, in terms of the plot of the movie doesn't happen. I mean, it just doesn't happen without this happening. And it is so iconic. I think it is the right selection. But God, NeverEnding Story is so good. It's so good. It's a little off. Doesn't quite tell you exactly what's happening. But that's because the NeverEnding Story isn't always the same.
Yeah, it never ends.
It never ends. So And
The video is fantastic. It's all the high points of the movie, man.
Oh man, it's so good. So good. So good. But I already have Lose Yourself. I already have Danger Zone. I'm a guy that likes it when things get weird. You know, I'm going off the board.
Ooh.
I like all of these. I'm going to get stuck with whatever I end up with.
Fair play.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, you get a lot of things in movies. But you don't always get an opportunity to
lose the draft,
to feel the emotion of what a character is going through at this moment.
Oh, did you take my song?
And for me, the song is "Somebody Kill Me" from The Wedding Singer.
Okay.
I wouldn't have picked this one before we got into this process, but as I was going through things, I was like, God, what other songs come up in the middle of a movie that are just kind of out of nowhere and yet make you laugh really hard? And this one did it for me big time.
Can't believe I found a love that's so pure.
It's not my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's one of his highest rated ones. I think it might actually be his highest rated one.
Really?
Like a 6.9 maybe. You know, so his movies don't get great score unless you're talking like Uncut Gems or Punch Drunk or anything like that. Like
Higher than Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
Or Billy Madison even?
Yeah. And I believe it's the same director. I think the same director did those three movies. He made decent money off the first two. I think grossed like 39 million or something off of Happy Gilmore, 20 million, something. It wasn't a ton of money that they grossed off it, but they made money. Then this came along and this was like the big hit for him. I just love it because, you know, he starts singing just this crappy Adam Sandler song.
It's The Cure. He was listening to a lot of The Cure at the time.
Yes, he was. Yes. But then he just breaks out. But it was all bullshit. It was a goddamn joke.
I hope you get joke.
And when I came across it, it made me laugh really hard. And I was like, okay, it is perfect for this draft. I absolutely love it. Secondary to that, a couple fun facts. This is one of those movies that has a soundtrack, much like a video game like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Sure.
Just a bunch of hits. GTA, specifically GTA Vice City, soundtrack is banging. This is an actual soundtrack that is just full of nothing but hits and was a gigantic seller. I believe it went double platinum.
Wow.
Because it's a compilation of a bunch of 80s music and people loved it. It did so well that they did a second soundtrack with more songs that didn't get on the first
so this
soundtrack.
like kicked off the nostalgia I love the 80s stuff.
A little bit, yeah. And so I just love it. And I think it's perfect for this. Is it the best song on the list? No, but I already have two of the ultimate best songs. And I think this just encompasses exactly what I love about this. If you can throw a song into the middle of your movie where the person is singing about what's happening in the movie and at the same time make me laugh really hard, all right, you win. All right. Secondary fun fact about the movie Wedding Singer. Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia.
She doctor up the script?
She's a script doctor. And this is one of the films that she was called in specifically to doctor up the dialogue for Julia to make sure that there was just a little bit more rounded character to it.
Realism.
Right. And that makes sense. That's probably why this movie was a better hit, is with Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. You have a very targeted market, and that is little boys. But then you add a female character who women can identify with. You're a larger audience.
Yeah, I mean, look at Happy Gilmore specifically. The female character in Happy Gilmore specifically. Not exactly the most rounded of characters. But yeah, I found that fascinating. I didn't even know that she was a script doctor. And I guess it's like one of the things she's the most known for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you know how you get to be a script doctor? You spend a lot of time working for George Lucas and realize that this dialogue sucks.
and that's exactly how it happened. Was originally she was irritated that Harrison Ford kept changing his dialogue, and she's like, "Well, fuck this." So she started doctoring her scripts to make her dialogue better, and eventually then got brought on by him, by George Lucas, to work on the prequels as well. Which makes me think that maybe she's not as good.
I take it back. I take it back. Or I mean, if
she gets credit for Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, can you now work on the characters that are not female? So,
or just imagine how bad it could have been.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, that's my selection. Somebody Kill Me from The Wedding Singer.
Okay,
Scott, you are up.
Okay, then. God damn.
It's tough. And this is it for you. You got 2 in a row.
I do. So first, I'm going to go off the board.
Okay.
One of my favorite horror movies. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, it does. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, a little punk rock jam, not even rap. It's like a little circus punk song written by the Dickies. They were given the title of the movie and told to make a song about it.
That's
all,
it?
That's all they knew. Was
They didn't have the plot.
No, they knew it's a movie called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And the plot is that there are killer clowns from outer space.
You've seen the movie.
Right there in the title. Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. So that's one where you get to the end of the movie and all of a sudden
Are they?
the fast punk riff comes out,
You know it's
all
happening.
circusy. I was like, this sounds like it was made for this movie.
Yeah, I don't
and then,
think-
And then they start singing.
Yeah, I don't think this could possibly not be for this movie, right?
Yeah. Couple of verses.
Okay.
But eventually it gets to the chorus. From outer space, killer clowns. From outer space, chuckle. Everybody's running when the circus comes into their towns. Everybody's gunning for the likes of the killer clowns.
Oh, man.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's too
I
good.
love that movie.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. You get to the end, you kind of tilt your head just a little bit, like, nope, just wait.
Yeah, hold on.
just wait. Oh, that's fantastic. Just had a very similar experience with that. I just introduced Three Ninjas to my littlest boys.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Yeah, fun. We've aged out from from Three Ninjas for sure. They loved it. Holy shit. I mean, and too much so, right? There was karate kicking and whatnot going on. But got to the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is getting it's picking up a little bit here. This song's picking up. And then it cut out because you started up a new movie. And I'm like, nope, bring it back.
Yeah.
Go back. We're watching the credits.
I had to go back and pull it back up because, like, I guarantee this song is about it. Oh, sure, kid power.
Yeah,
Right there.
that's the perfect type of movie to end with the song about the movie.
That's exactly right. Oh, Killer Clowns. That's awesome. Is it clowns with a C or clowns with a K?
With a K.
It is with a K.
Yeah.
I figured so much, but I didn't want to be incorrect. Oh, we're heavy on the juggalos.
I'm pretty
today.
sure anyways.
Yeah, we're heavy on the juggalos.
Yeah.
Man. We've talked about it a million times. The masks.
Yeah,
From that
the whole
movie.
suit.
The whole suit.
The clown suits that they wore.
Oh, I didn't know it was the whole suit. I thought it was just the head.
Well, I mean, the head's the main
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
I guess I don't know for sure about the bodies, really. But
Yeah.
yeah. Same company that did the trolls
Yep.
from Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yep. So they just repainted them. And that's why they're so goddamn scary.
Right. Yeah.
It's also why you like Killer Clowns. You admit it. You like it because it's the same, and you just, in your head, subconsciously didn't know that. But then...
I like it because it's scary. Okay, those fucking things are scary.
No, I meant
they're
the other-
scary
no,
and
no, no,
killer
no.
clowns.
I meant the
and
other-
they're scary and fucking are scared stupid.
I meant the other way around. It was like you later in life found killer clowns and were like, God damn, this is great. I don't know why I can't quite put my finger on why I like this.
Because it's scary. All right.
Miak. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. 2 excellent selections in a row here between you and I. And I take it back 3 with Davy Crockett as well. Oof.
Yeah.
All right, take it home.
And then back to the board. We mentioned how it would be weird if Ninja Rap charted
Yes.
and you'd hear it just pop on the radio.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, I was pretty young when this came out, but I'm fairly confident that I heard the Men in Black theme song play on the radio.
That must have hit number 1.
You don't even
Quite a bit.
You don't even have to imagine that 100% was the case.
Yes.
This was a song that was played far too much for having been written about a movie in which aliens come to the earth and people erase other people's memory.
Yeah.
She went back-to-back aliens.
I guess I did.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't think when you started that line there, I didn't think that's where you were going with this.
You thought I was going to go with Scotty Doesn't Know.
I didn't know for sure we were going, but I thought that was going to be the case.
It's the MIBs.
Let's talk about it. Will Smith made a career of this exact thing.
Uh-huh. The same thing with Wild Wild West. Actually, I think Wild Wild West is the better song.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Wiki wow. Wiki wow wow.
Oh man, what a terrible movie. What a terrible movie.
That's it. No more Mr. Knife Guy.
Men in Black is a better movie.
Oh, for sure.
The song hit number 1 in 13 different countries.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I win. And my last pick.
So, I mean, yeah, the lyrics are just crazy. Here come the Men in Black, right? All right, okay, here they come. You know, they're guys, they're in black. The good guys dress in black. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Just in case we ever face to face and make contact, title held by me, MIB, means what you think you saw, you did not see.
They won't let you remember.
Fucking Will Smith. It's literally a song about the plot of the movie. It went number 1 in 13 countries. Hey, you remember that thing you just saw?
Or something strange, watch your back, because you never quite know where the MIBs is at.
It's unbelievable. So it's not technically in the beginning of the movie, but it absolutely is in the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't work at the beginning of the movie.
No. Well, no, he doesn't know what's going on. He's
just a beat cop.
And you yourselves, you don't know for sure what's going on. What are these things? That guy's fast.
Yeah.
What the heck? I thought Will Smith was fast.
Why does he have 2 eyelids?
Oof. Blinks both ways. Is that in the song? Oh, then I see my noisy cricket. Get wicked on you.
Nice.
He's the worst. He's just the worst. It's so bad. His lyrics are so bad.
What? Hold on. I'm reading the lyrics here. It says, do what we say. That's the way we kick it. Yaknamin.
Yaknamin?
YAKNAHMEAN.
You know
One
what I mean?
word.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yanamin? That's not how you say that. That's Yaknamin. Song's great.
Oh yeah. It
was huge.
Huge. And you are absolutely correct that he then goes on to do Wild Wild West. Mm-hmm. I saw something that said he had one for Hancock as well. And there was another movie that he did as well that it was like, oh yeah, that's way longer than we should.
You get me, I'm writing the theme song.
Well, yeah, he probably made a killing off. He may have made more money off this than from the movie itself.
Probably.
Well, because think about it. Like at that point, he wasn't a huge star in the first Men in Black movie, right?
No, that was one of his first movies.
Yeah, I mean, so he's in the first one I remember him being a star in is Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
like
sure.
95. And so this is probably what, 98?
7.
97. Yeah. So he's not a gigantic. I mean, he's a movie star and he's a big movie star, but this is what made him huge. So he probably made more money off of this than he did off the flipping off the movie itself. It's crazy. And it's literally just about the movie. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
It's got a catchy chorus.
It's terrible. It's so bad. He's so bad. Oh, that in The Fresh Prince. God damn, dude. Making a killing just off of telling you what you're about to watch or have just watched.
Get out of here. The rapper's making money rapping.
It embodies everything that needs to be said about this. Okay, it's back to me. Man, it's tough. It's tough sledding because there's a big part of me that desperately wants Scotty Doesn't Know. But goddamn if Deepest Bluest isn't the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of the world.
Deepest Bluest is so good.
It's so good. I mean, okay, if you're just making a list and I want to win and we ask ChatGPT, do I win? Deepest Bluest does not win because ChatGPT cannot understand why Deepest Bluest is as good as it is. NeverEnding Story is so fucking good. Eye of the Tiger is so fucking good, and it's what Gabe's going to pick. God damn, Deepest Bluest needs to be picked.
Gabe's not picking Eye of the Tiger.
He's not picking Deepest Bluest.
He's going off the board.
Oh, he's going off the board?
I'm disappointing you both in going off the board.
So you got your pick. Your pick of the litter. You don't got to worry about a thing.
Well, I feel bad. I feel like I'm letting some people down with not selecting some of these, but it's got to be Scotty Doesn't Know, right? It has to be.
This is your last pick.
I
isn't
know
it
it is. It has to be Scotty Doesn't Know.
It doesn't even matter what you leave for me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's the iKnowBadeaux podcast. There's not a chance in hell we're not selecting Scotty Doesn't Know.
That'd be weird.
It would be
We've
weird.
been doing it for 10 years.
We've been doing it for a decade. All right, folks, I'm going with Scotty Doesn't Know.
Hey, listen up, everybody. Got a little special thing I'd like to do tonight. And play a little song for you about the nastiest, freakiest little sex puppet I know, Fiona. This one's for you, baby. Happy anniversary.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday.
I don't know if it actually charted. We should look that up, see if it charted.
Yeah, I doubt it. They kind of, because the movie wasn't super popular.
No, but the song
but when
was.
it came out on DVD.
Yeah. The song absolutely was. I will tell you right now that the movie is one of those that I think most people just skipped over because there was Senior Trip that had...
Senior Trip?
Yeah, so there was the movie Senior Trip that had... why am I drawing a blank now? Tom Green in it.
No, that's Road Trip.
Road Trip. I'm sorry. There's Road Trip and there's Senior Trip, and then there was Euro Trip.
I don't know what
So
Senior Trip is.
Scotty Doesn't Know reached number 53 in the U.S. Billboard Pop chart.
Okay, that's high.
And it reached 39 on the digital song chart.
Okay.
So
that's weird. Mine says 75.
We have the same AI, too. We're both using Google.
I Googled it, did Scotty Doesn't Know chart.
And it says no?
And I said, Scotty Doesn't Know song chart. We're 22 spaces apart.
All right, let's figure it out.
Now it says the song became a U.S. Billboard Top 50. It charted. I think we can agree with that.
It did chart.
There we go. Hot 175, Pop 159,
okay.
Digital 39.
So the beauty of this song is that it's just a song that was made up for the movie.
Right.
Right?
Probably wrote it on the spot.
Yeah. And am I wrong in saying that this isn't a real band?
This is a real band.
It is a real band.
Yeah, they're called Lustra.
Well, I know they're called Lustra, but I thought they weren't a real band.
96 to 2016.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they were a real band. I didn't know that. I thought that this was not a real band.
They're not a real good band.
No.
This song is great.
Yeah.
This is pop punk at its finest.
This is amazing. It is perfect for the movie. It's perfect for the time frame, 2004. It is very American Pie-ish. It is very much of that, still hanging on to the stuff that we loved from the 90s. Scott, your age group, this is right up your guys' alley.
For sure.
Yeah. But then, of course, you got Matt Damon.
Yes.
Right? So the part that puts this over the top is that a lot of these are songs that are in the movie, about the movie, maybe in the credits. This is an integral part of this movie. This movie does not happen if Scotty doesn't know. And what doesn't Scotty know? That Matt Damon is fucking his girl. And God damn it if they don't tell you exactly how that's happening. I don't think there's a better song about your girlfriend getting fucked than Scotty Doesn't Know.
Probably not.
I mean, there are a lot of them, right? There's a lot of them. Actually, there's a lot of songs about other guys wanting to F people's girlfriends. Like Eric Clapton. Getting a little.
Would you know my...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Getting a little too close though when you're singing about your buddy's wife,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Layla.
Oh.
Is about George Harrison's wife.
Weird.
Her name isn't
Hey
Layla.
Jude was about John's kid.
What is happening? Shut it down. Shut it down, folks. Shut it down. Anyways, I love this song. I think it's fantastic. And what a fun movie. We don't need to talk about Eurotrip more. I will just say that if you haven't seen Eurotrip, go watch Eurotrip. It's so underrated. So underrated. All right, Gabe, finish it off with whatever nonsense you're doing. I'm really concerned.
So I've got some 90s, I got some 80s, got some 50s.
Okay.
We got different genres.
That's you.
I've put together a nice, well-rounded draft.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit the 70s.
Okay.
Go to 1973 and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Chris Christopherson was Billy the Kid. Some cattle ranchers hire Pat Garrett as a lawman to go bring him to justice. I know you don't like spoilers, but nobody's going to watch this movie. It's terrible.
You go right ahead. Listen to the song. It'll tell you.
Yeah. At one point in the movie, the Billy the Kid takes down Pat Garrett. And the song starts. Mama, take this badge off of me. I don't need it anymore. It's getting dark, so dark to see.
I didn't know that's
I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Bob Dylan did the entire soundtrack for Pat Garrett, Billy the Kid. That was the first instance
No, it isn't.
of knocking on heaven's door.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
That's amazing. I had no idea. Okay. That's a great off the board pick.
I'm pretty proud of it. I knew it was my off the board pick right away.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
And they didn't get Chris Christopherson to sing it, huh?
Well, Bob Dylan sang the original, but it's been done by Clapton and
Yeah.
what's the most popular one?
Well, you can't forget Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Doing it
Googled
as
the
well.
lyrics and it said it was a song by Guns N' Roses. And I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's most certainly not. That's crazy. I was actually going to say that. So Chris Christopherson, I remember my dad had a handful of records, just had them on a shelf our whole childhood. And one of the ones he had was A Star Is Born, which is a remake, actually, in the 70s. It is a remake of a movie from the 50s, I believe, and then got remade again in the 2017s.
Right, with Lady Gaga.
With Lady Gaga and
Bradley Cooper.
Sir Bradley.
Wait a minute, it was...
Yeah, Bradley
Oh,
Cooper.
no, but yeah, I was thinking about the old guy. I was like, was that Chris Christopherson or is that Sam Elliott? Sam Elliott.
Sam
Elliott's
on
the
that one,
cowboy. Yeah.
It would have made more sense to have it be Chris Christopherson because he's in the 70s one. But I grew up with that album, never listening to it, but I can see the picture of Chris Christopherson. And I'll tell you what, that's a man's man.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Christopherson's a man's man.
Yeah.
And so if
You should pop the album in. I'm sure it's fantastic. I am a huge Chris Christopherson fan.
And
you ever seen him in Blade?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I think it's Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson, A Star Is Born. Whew. For the 70s, people were enjoying that.
Word.
Yeah. But now you've got Knocking on Heaven's Door is about Chris Christopherson.
No, Chris Christopherson kills the lawman. It's about the lawman dying in his last breath, laying on the ground. Chris Christopherson is the rebel and wins.
Oh, even better.
Mm-hmm.
Even better. So Chris Christopherson kills the guy that's knocking on heaven's door.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Talk about Blade. Should have put that in. That should be in the credits to the movie Blade.
Yeah.
Or the part where he's dying in Blade. What is he dying like Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade 3? Which Blade does he die in?
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
That's fantastic. What a great pick.
That's well done.
Yeah. I'm not always a huge fan of your off the board picks. But that's
a good one.
That's a really good one. All right.
I don't think anybody fucking knew that.
No.
Oh, I imagine plenty of people know that.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, in the scheme of the world,
Everybody
yes.
knows the song. Nobody knows that was written for the 1973 movie Pat whatever and Billy the Kid.
Okay, maybe fewer people know that.
I'm going to say 1% of people know that. All right, folks, that's it. Here we go. Let's end this episode up. Gabe, excellent job. Ghostbusters, Ninja Rap, Ballad of Davy Crockett, and Knocking on Heaven's Door.
I like it.
That's quite the list. Scott, Stayin' Alive, The Pest, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
And Men in Black. And then myself, which I'm pretty satisfied with, Lose Yourself, Danger Zone, Somebody Kill Me.
Oh, that's a good one.
And of course, Scotty Doesn't Know. Ton of fun. Ton of fun. I'm really surprised at where this went to because when I initially brought it up, it's such a guilty pleasure of mine. It's like one of the things that I really, really enjoy about watching old movies. I love that time frame because if it's within that scope of that, and it's about 86 to 96, there is a high percentage.
Yeah.
A high percentage that it's going to come at. And they're all terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They're all terrible. I had, what's the Commando one with Hulk Hogan?
Oh.
Suburban Commando.
That showed up on my Prime, and I was like, God, I almost want to watch this just because I guarantee it's got to, right? It has to at some point. Like that's right within that.
That's got to have the Hulkster rapping.
It has to. There's no way it doesn't. And I don't know that for sure, and I wasn't able to confirm it. But yeah, that we have to just real quick, and we're out of time, but we've got to talk the deepest, bluest.
Yeah. Really, all you need to say is deepest, bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin. He says that 100 times in the song. 100 times. Deepest, bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin.
Deepest bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Deepest bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Deepest bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin.
The f does that mean?
Well, have you seen the movie? It don't mean much. Nightmare of Darkness. My appetite is heartless. Even if we related, you get stop.
What?
Even if we related, you eliminated regardless. God. Oh man. Man-made terror. Hungry jaws of death. Y'all don't cross my depths. I'll pause your breaths. It's just so good. It's so good. The video is amazing. I highly recommend it. And then for the love of God, please go consume Gotham City by R. Kelly.
Don't. It's bad.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
Just know that when you consume it, R. Kelly is getting money.
Well,
I don't think he's getting money.
No,
from
I don't
anybody.
think. Yeah, I don't think. And maybe that money goes to his victims. Hopefully,
yeah. Maybe you bought him a cigarette.
Yeah. But come on, man. It's so absurd. Him driving on a motorcycle, a leopard skin or leopard print motorcycle with a leopard print cowboy hat on through the streets of, I would assume, New York.
Probably Gotham.
Well, they want you to believe it's Gotham, but I don't know if you know this or not, but Gotham's not real. However, up on the side behind him is a digital billboard just playing scenes from the movie. he sings. Well, he sings about Batman.
Yeah.
Soulfully.
I was going to say sensually.
Essentially singing about Batman. It's so absurd. And yet I guarantee they made money off that. I guarantee it. I think it's the thing that I love about this the most. It is just like Diamonds Are Forever, not the movie, which we didn't do that. We didn't do any Bond movies. Bond movies are all. Yeah, it's almost too clean and too easy. But Diamonds Are Forever, diamonds are not worth what they want you to believe they're worth. Everyone knows that, right? But because of good marketing, it's forever. That's the one you want. So they become invaluable. Same thing here, right? If we tell you that it's amazing, these things are worth money. R. Kelly singing about Batman is worth money, folks.
It's priceless.
It's priceless. And yet somehow they convince us to consume it. So, all right, folks, anything left from you, either one of you, on this subject?
Space Jam.
Space Jam is close, but I was expecting more on the nose. If Space Jam would have been more on the nose, it would have made the list.
Yeah.
You know, not enough about cartoons and or Michael Jordan. I think it needed a little more of both. At least a shoe reference somewhere in there. Yeah.
You're right. I think, because I don't know who the guy rapping in it. I always thought it was LL Cool J, actually.
It probably is.
He says the line, "Lightning strikes, the court lights get dim. Supreme competition is about to begin above the rim."
And with that, folks, we are going to get out of here. Shoot us out what you think we missed. What are the songs that we should have had on the list? What are the songs that we should have went with? Who won this wonderful draft? And then, yeah, of course, just keep an eye out for those. And if you come across one, shoot it over to us. I don't care if it's on this video or on videos in the future. If you come across a movie that has this, shout it out to us, because I would love for that to become a thing for us. Much like people keep talking to us about the commentaries from movies, I would love for people to point these out, because I had tears running down my face multiple times. Gotham City, Bluest Darkest, the Freddy Krueger one. We didn't get to talk about that from Nightmare on Elm Street 4. There's a Freddy Krueger rap where Freddy raps.
Yes.
I mean, Jesus Christ, what is happening? Folks, point those things out to us. Next week, we will be back with the news.
All right.
And then after that, we'll be back with a game. And I've got it picked already, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. And then right back into 2008. So get those over to us, the pop culture, movies, all that stuff of 2008. Shoot that over to us. Thank you to Scotty.
Yes.
Thank you to Gabe.
Thank you.
Thank you to the folks that is out there in listening land. With that, we're done.
Quad City DJs.
Oh God. On
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Oh, God. Yeah, they whoop. There's multiple whoops in it. I'm sorry, whoop. Sorry, they don't whoop.
Oh, that's the Whoomp guys?
Yeah.
All right.
Whoomp.
Makes sense.
Wait, no, excuse
Well,
me.
no, Whoop there is tag team.
No, yeah, the whoop. I'm sorry, they were the whoop guys.
They were the Whoop, not the Whoop.
They did Whoop there it is?
Yeah,
Quad
remember?
City?
Yeah, Quad City was the other end of the. Yeah, remember that was.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed again. Perfect for that. Good stuff.
Fun.
Good stuff. Yeah. That was
Please Kill Me was a good pick. I hadn't even considered that.
Tears running down my face, consuming so many of these. And when I got to that one, I was like, oh, fuck, it's so perfect. It's because it's not quite, but it is. It's absolutely in the movie, about the movie, integral part of the movie. And at the same time, makes me laugh every goddamn time.